What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, I guess you could say it's sort of the beginning of the end. I mean, really the beginning. We have a long ways to go yet, but we finally hit our stride with this playthrough. We're pretty much done progressing, and we've hit the point now where it's all about just enjoying this beautiful island that we are still working on and still putting together all the way up until the very end. Now, of course, as you can see by the decorations here, we are slowly coming up on probably the first major holiday of this entire playthrough. And obviously not the first. We've had a couple of ones. Like, there's been the fireworks festival and whatnot, but for the most part, Halloween is kind of the first recognizable one at this part of the year. And then obviously we've got a lot of, well, the rest of the holiday season to look forward to. Now, in preparation for Halloween, there's a few things that I've been doing. The main one of those being getting candy. Candy is something that can only be bought during October and can only be bought once per day. Now, we're going to talk about its uses a little bit later, but I wanted to point out that at least, up to this point, you should be buying candy every single day if possible. If you want to absolutely maximize your chances, you can get 30 pieces of candy in preparation for the 31st. But I am going to be settling on 10, aka one for each and every single one of my villagers. It will make more sense in due time once we actually celebrate the holiday, which is going to be in the next episode. But today, we're going to be working on some other things. So it is still really early in the day. The shops aren't even open yet, and that means that we're going to have time to take care of some other things. Now, as far as all of this cleanup that we need to do, moving flowers around, rearranging some things, that's more or less my plan for the majority of November. That's when I really want to work on a lot of that. So we're going to finally put together this thing in November, probably start laying out some more pathways around here, making this a little bit nicer, figuring out if I'm going to be doing anything with all of this space, which I'm still not entirely sure on. We will see. I mean, eventually everything's going to get filled in, obviously, but we'll kind of get started on all of that in November. But given that this is going to be the last normal episode in October, I want to go over a lot of end-of-month stuff today. Mainly fish, because we actually got all of the deep-sea creatures and insects that are going away in October covered. So let's go into our Critterpedia really quickly. So there are actually quite a few insects that are going to be going away around this time, but a lot of them aren't particularly rare. So if you haven't found them by now, I mean, honestly, it's really not hard to track them down. The only two that are going to be kind of difficult to get are the banded dragonfly as well as the scorpion. Banded dragonfly is obviously just kind of a skill thing. If you are having a hard time tracking them down, just be relentless. Eventually, you'll be able to get yourself one. But the scorpion's a little bit more complicated because it can only be found at night, and it's kind of a crapshoot if you run into one. The obvious solution being getting a proper scorpion island, or going to a Nook Miles island and clearing it out enough that you increase the spawn rate of things like scorpions and tarantulas. And, well, with the outgoing of scorpions, it means the incoming of tarantulas. So as soon as scorpions go away here in October, for the remainder of this playthrough, we're going to be hunting down tarantulas. They do not coexist at the same time. One is around for 6 months, the other is around for the other 6 months. You get the picture. But the other ones leaving are the yellow butterfly, one of the most common insects in the entire game. The bell cricket, also pretty darn common as long as you search around at night. Red dragonflies, really an October and September sort of thing, but they're absolutely everywhere while they're here. Darner dragonfly, most common dragonfly in the game. Stink bug, one of the most common things on flowers, and the probably second most common thing on flowers, which is the ladybug, as well as the man-faced stink bug, also not that hard to track down. And finally, the tiger beetle, which, I mean, they're all over the place. Very easy to get. They're just a bit on the skittish side. Now, for deep-sea creatures, we only have 2 leaving. One is incredibly easy to get, and the other one is not. The easy one is the spotted garden eel. This will be gone at the end of the month and will not be available again until May. The difficult one to get, however, is this guy right here, the giant isopod. And as you can see, we will not have another chance to get our hands on one until July, so that's it for the playthrough. I would have to get it now if I haven't already found something like a dozen at this point. Now, they're really hard to track down. You'll know you're going after a giant isopod when there is no feasible way of catching it except for cornering it in like a section of the ocean. That's pretty much the dead giveaway that you're either after one of these, or you're after one of these, or you're after, I think I actually don't have it in here yet, but that's because we are not at the season for it. But yeah, pretty much the rarest ones are impossible to track down normally. But now we get into the fish, and this is where things are the most complicated and where I actually am sort of in crunch time, which, I mean, makes sense given how many fish that I'm still missing at this point. So obviously there's going to still be a lot we're going to have to go after. Now, you can see here I just caught a betta. I actually did this a couple days ago. I wanted to buckle down and specifically go for it just because the betta is actually not that easy to track down if you don't know what you're doing. It shares the exact same shadow size as the bluegill and the crucian carp, and those two things are everywhere. So you're going to just have to be relentless going after small shadows until eventually a betta pops, and then you'll have it. Now, as for some of the other ones that are going away, we got the snapping turtle, which I do not have. However, I have not been target fishing it. It's actually not hard to track down. We'll talk about it in a minute. Another one that's going away is the catfish. Very easy to get. Tilapia is extremely easy to get if you know what shadow size you're looking for. It's slightly less large than the black bass, but not quite a medium shadow. Angelfish, which is more on the rare side, not too dissimilar from the betta, also not easy to track down. But the good news is the angelfish is more of an evening and night fish, and that makes it actually easier to find, while the betta is more of a daytime fish, whereas there is a lot more fish around during that time. Rainbow fish, also easy to track down because it's a very tiny shadow. The only thing you're probably going to mix it up with is like the pale chub or the neon tetra. The moray eels and ribbon eels are both available in the ocean. They're both the only fish that have the very skinny shadows, so you're going to get one of the other ribbon eels more common, but just be relentless with them and eventually you'll get yourself the moray eel. But now we get into the last complicated one. So the giant trevally and the mahi-mahi. Now, these are all caught under the same circumstances as the blue marlin. You have to be fishing off the pier, and you have to be looking for a large shadow. Not one that has a fin, just a large shadow. Now, I caught this giant trevally while I was looking for the blue marlin just a few episodes ago. However, the mahi-mahi I have been unable to track down, and it is indistinguishable from these two in terms of the circumstances under which you can get it. Now, the one thing that kind of gives me pause with going after the mahi-mahi is the fact that I don't really mind if I don't get it right now because it does come back in May, which is going to be the last full month of this playthrough. So if it ends up being the white whale that I end up having to chase towards the end of this playthrough, I'm not going to be too upset about it. The one I refuse to leave, however, is the snapping turtle. Now, the snapping turtle can only be caught in a very small window in the middle of the night, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., and it has the same shadow size as the black bass. So basically, just go after large shadows in the river all day, and eventually you're going to get yourself a snapping turtle. Not too hard to find if you, again, you're looking for the right shadow at the right time of day, but you really have to be looking at that time of day or you're never going to find it. So I am going to be taking like passes next to the pier every now and then. I am also, even though I think I just walked past one, I am also absolutely going after manila clams because I definitely need more fish bait. So I'm going to keep my shovel at the ready for as much time as I possibly can, but this is not going to be the core conceit of this entire episode. I promise there are other things that we're going to be doing today. I just wanted to kind of point this out as kind of my ultimate goal. Now you can see there's nothing here, so we'll just continue on. Now, I said before that these episodes are going to be largely dictated by what's in our Nook Miles Plus options. You can see here we're supposed to catch bugs today. Okay, I can go after a few of the flower-based ones. Change my look, sure, why not? Sell some fruit, catch a seahorse, and tend to flowers. I think I actually am going to go and water some more flowers once I circle back that way, but this actually could be a seahorse right here. Let's take a look. Actually, it might need to be a little smaller than this, but I don't know. We'll see. Nope. I was going to say that's a horse mackerel. Okay, so I think it needs to be the tiniest possible size, and the horse mackerel is technically the small size. While I'm out here, though, I'm also going to grab myself some coconuts so that I can go and sell those at the store when it opens. Of course, when it does open, we are going to buy ourselves some candy as I continue to get as many as I can. And by as many as I can, I did say exactly 10 because I want to be able to give those to my villagers on Halloween. And again, we'll talk about that. So one thing I didn't point out is that you actually get a letter in like on the 1st of October letting you know to, hey, kind of get prepared for Halloween. It comes from a character that we're going to actually meet in that episode, so just FYI. But I didn't really draw attention to it because we were in the middle of getting through the Happy Home Paradise stuff at that point. So didn't do that, but it's not like you're missing a whole ton. It's just kind of him going like, hey, we're almost there, so get ready. And also, I mean, I don't think he actually explicitly says go buy candy, but you are going to need it, and it is kind of mentioned at Nook's Cranny that that's like the only time you can get your hands on it. So these Lily of the Valleys keep growing, even though I have an absolute infestation of weeds over by Kiki's house. They just keep coming, so I'm assuming that I'm still at a 5-star rating, which is good. I have no idea if my plans for the island are going to end up botching it because it might have too many things, but I don't know. We will see when we get to that point. Anyway, I do need to go around and talk to some of my villagers as I go. I was originally planning to do this episode yesterday on the 23rd, but LaBelle appeared again that day, and well, since she was the visitor of the day in the last episode, I felt like that was a little bit redundant, so I decided to delay this episode by another day. So now you're getting episodes in exact week increments for a few episodes. Oops. Wasn't supposed to work out that way, but it just kind of did, so what are you going to do? Because yes, obviously the next episode is going to be on the 31st. Actually, I think I'm going to go for you because you are more than likely a red snapper, and those are actually worth something. I think? I actually can't tell with your shadow size now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, okay, that is a red snapper probably. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. For a second there, I was like second guessing myself, like maybe that's the very large shadow size? I don't know, but yeah, it was not. Also, there is so much coral on the beach right now. This is crazy. Yes, I am aware that Red is here. We will go and talk to him soon enough, but my pockets are getting a little bit full here. Why did I not think... Why would I possibly think that the wooden block table... I really hate that, though. I don't like it when you open up a message bottle and it gives you some of the DIYs that the game automatically gives everybody when they start the game. I think that is the silliest nonsense when that happens. Not a fan of it at all. All right, I'll get rid of you two, and we're good. Okay, cool. So, since I obviously can't go in there... oh, hello there. I might as well shoot you down while I've got the opportunity. Doesn't look like a ton of my villagers are out right now as well, so might as well take a look. And since we're in the business of catching insects, might as well go for some wasps while we're at it, especially since I might be able to shake out some acorns and whatnot. So, let's do that. Would be kind of nice. Also, we're getting twigs, which I guess I can keep a handle on for the time being. Yeah, maybe I can catch myself a wasp or two. I don't know. It'd be kind of nice just to kind of add it. Hello, you two kitties. Uh-oh, Tangy's got a thought bubble. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll talk to her in a second. Hi there. How you doing, Kiki? Days are like today are made for polishing rocks. What are you thinking hard about? No, Tangy, you can't move. Don't go. You gotta stay. And then I also want to talk to you some more because I want to hear if you have something funny to say. What's the latest? When it comes to the world of fab fashion, what do you think is the most important part of being stylish? Fashion is so deep. It's like philosophy, but with fabric and sometimes sequins. Some folks' philosophy is that they need to wear exactly what everyone else does. Me, I'd rather define fashion than just follow it. Don't worry about other folks. Wear what you like. I will keep that in mind when I am changing my outfit later, just for you, Tangy. What's up, Bill? Early workout, best way to start the day. I mean, I guess walking around is absolutely a workout. Why not? It's definitely cardio. That's for darn sure. So yeah, like I said, this whole part is really overrun, and you know, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm just kind of like, I don't really know if I see people who make islands and actually incorporate weeds into their layouts and are able to do it tastefully, and I don't think I'm capable of that. Like, I was like looking at it and going, maybe this could be a thing that I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm starting to think that might be entirely out of my element. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to water some flowers really quickly, particularly these yellow and pink ones, just because I could use a few more red hybrids because I have just not been getting lucky with the blue roses at all. I have not gotten one to spawn yet, and this is going to just be something I'm going to have to continue to work on. I'll take a man-face stink bug, though. Those are at least worth like 1,000 bells. 1,000 bells is generally my cutoff for I will put down what I'm doing and at least go after you if I'm, you know, in the market to actually get myself some more cash. That's pretty much my rule. Like that, the paper kite butterfly, like those are generally the cheapest things I will chase down. Anything less rare than that, like that I can determine what it is, I generally won't bother. All right, it's 8 o'clock, so it looks like the shop is just open, but we will head that way in a second. Let's take a look and see who is at the campsite really quickly. Because I don't know, maybe it'll be somebody interesting. We will see. Oh, hello there. You're Pom Pom. Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Pom Pom. You live on this island, right? I'm camping here, going to kick back and chill on Moreau for a bit. Let's hang out while I'm here. Sure, why not? Air here on Moreau meshes real well with me. For real, this is great air, rah-rah. I love that she's a cheerleader. Camping alone is so laid back. I can do whatever, whenever, you know. You got anything else to say? When it comes to being outdoors, I usually go glamping because reg camping isn't glam enough. If my camp isn't glamp, then I usually revamp my plan. Sorry, I lost the rhyme there. Okay, you know what? I like your spunk. I think you're hilarious. However, I've already got Tangy here, and she is the peppiest of the peppy, and I mean, as much as I would like for you to stay, generally that's way too complicated to do with random camp goers anyway. So, one, not very feasible, but two, I'm content with having Tangy here. In fact, I literally just kept her from leaving. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take a look and see if Red's got absolutely anything worth going after here, because this is... Ooh. Oh, no, it's a fake. Gosh dang it, I got so excited there. I was really hoping. Okay. Shoot. I was really hoping, because this is one of the ones I'm missing right here, but I can't. It's got the coffee stain in the corner, so I know that one's not going to work. This one right here. This is the detailed painting. I think I have this one. Hold on. Yeah, sadly I do. Sadly I do. Wow, this is probably the first time I've actually seen his treasure trawler pop up, and I can't get anything here. So the flowery painting here doesn't even have any fakes at all. So if I didn't have this already, that would be good. And I do believe that this is the correct version of the basic painting. But again, I already have that. So this is the only one that's like one I don't already have. And unfortunately, it's a fake. So gosh dang it, Red. You suck. Sometimes you really, really suck. Especially when I'm still missing like... what, like 15 or 16 paintings and sculptures? The fact that nothing there was new, it's really frustrating, especially when he never gives me anything over on his island. It really is, like, more than anything else in the game, trying to collect the art is by far the most painful thing. So that sucks, but what can you do, I suppose? All right, I was supposed to be shaking trees for wasps. I really should have done that when I was up by the campsite. Let me actually circle back there. Was it big? Ooh, what do we get here? Climbing wall. Okay, I'll take that. Why not? Yeah, I need to be shaking those trees because I would like to get some wasps so we can get our ×5 on the bugs. And also because those actually are worth a little bit of something. So why the heck not? Come on now. Also, I could use, yep, pine cones. Thank you. That's what I want for certain DIYs. Another one? Sure. Wait, hold on. What? Brine Shrimp Aquarium? That's actually hilarious. That is literally just a tube of water. That is so funny. Like, I get it. They're supposed to be, what's that? The sea monkeys? Is that what they're called? I believe they're called sea monkeys. Yeah. Probably the biggest scam ever created in the history of anything forever. Sure, I'll take a bagworm. Why not? But it's hilarious that they even made a model for that, and then it just, like, occasionally flashes pixels. Like, that's pretty much it. And I don't know, I guess if you really want to feel nostalgic for a time long past, then I guess you could be like, hey, I've got sea monkeys again. I feel like a kid from the early 1980s. Was it early? I don't know. I honestly don't remember. No, go down the ladder, please. Thank you. My goodness. All right, and actually, I'm going to go back up these vines. Oh, hold on. We got ourselves a fossil here, which I haven't assessed these in a while. Some money in my back pocket that I'm eventually going to use. And we are going to go to a Nook Miles Island today, I promise. Like I said, these episodes, they're going to be a little bit on the meaty side, which is, you know, it's good. I feel like we're accomplishing a lot here. Please, I was actually hoping that one would not be a wasp, given the position that I was standing in there. So, funny story, by the way, speaking of... things I haven't turned in. For some reason, I thought I had a famous painting already in the museum, which is why I put this one out there. I didn't. So I actually need to go donate this at some point. I probably should, but I have not been doing that. So oops, that's my bad. I will definitely get around to that at some point. But for now, We'll just kind of leave that be. I'm also just kind of waiting for it to rain again because you know what I also haven't caught in this game this entire time we've been playing? A coelacanth, which can only be found while it's raining. I mean, that's like a famous fish in general, but it's particularly famous in the Animal Crossing series due to the circumstances, because even going all the way back to the GameCube game, you could only catch coelacanths when it was raining, and it was kind of known for that. And they're really, really hard to track down, so I definitely would like to go after one at some point, but I just have not gotten any rain in a very long time, and I do believe that was bug number 5, so I am going to just put that away, and let's head on into Nook's Cranny and do some buying and some selling. Okay, ooh, that's a interesting variation on the tree right there. I actually might do something with that. I mean, I already have the one by my house, but this one is really freaking cool. Okay, wow, I just filled up too. Sure, I'll get rid of that. Why not? We're also going to sell off the bell cricket, the man-faced stink bug, the horse mackerel, the coconuts. I think that pretty much covers everything. Oh, I never opened up the present that I shot down. What is wrong with me? And I get so sidetracked and so distracted so easily. All right, how much is this one? This is Spooky Tree. I already bought one of these. 10,000 bells. Sure, I'll take it. Why not? I think I might actually put that somewhere. Just as another one to kind of enjoy. And then what do we have over here? Do I have this one? The antique wardrobe. I probably should check before I actually spend my money on this, but I don't think I do. Antique. I don't. Yep, I've only got 3 antique pieces of furniture. Might as well grab this. The reason I care about this one so much, though, is because this is actually one of the best home HHA rated sets that you can possibly get. So if you just fill like your main room with that, that's a lot of points towards the HHA, which is very good. And now we go into the cabinet specifically to get ourselves our daily piece of candy. That is why I did that. But nothing else in there is going to interest me, so we are all good here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Now, I am going to then hop over to Resident Services and grab myself a Nook Miles ticket for a little bit later. Let me actually turn in some of these Nook Miles here really quickly. Going after a seahorse is not like the end-all be-all to me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, I don't have to get it, and neither is changing my wardrobe, but, you know, getting a few of these done is good. Chopping trees. I mean, I could probably do that when I get to the Nook Miles Island. I mean, again, it depends on what the Nook Miles Island turns out to be. However, I got all these manila clams in my pocket, so I should probably turn them into bait first, just to make space. It would make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that, but I am going to do it. Let's see. Well, I better start with Nook shopping just in case. Yeah, just in case there was something good in here. There is not. Still no. Also, hold on. Can we just take a moment to, like, appreciate the beauty of this cover? I mean, I know a lot of the KK album art, like, features random villagers, but I love how this one is just, like, a sticker of Cookie in the corner. That is so funny. That's her name, by the way, Cookie. I believe that's Cookie. Almost positive. No seasonal stuff, though, so I'm not going to bother with that. And I don't think I'm going to mess with Nook Miles too much, probably, aside from the Nook Miles ticket, so we'll just buy that. Thank you very much. I mean, 35,000, this is going to be more than enough for me to get the remainder of my island things. But again, we'll worry about that in November. That's going to be more of a November project, is getting all of those. All right. Before I go anywhere else, let me open up that present that I never did, because I should. Let's see what it is. Spooky candy set. Heck yeah. Cool. Okay, well, does that require me to use candy to make it? Probably. Yeah, 3 pieces. Ugh, that's a little bit too precious for me. I don't think I'm going to end up doing that, so sorry. Seafood pizza. I love how tiger prawn, of all the things in there. Okay, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. It is technically the shrimp of this game, but man, can you imagine having gigantic prawns on your pizza? That's just like, I mean, prawns are huge. They're absolutely freaking huge. You would usually use more like the scampi style shrimp on a pizza. I mean, generally. Why did I walk past the wardrobe? That's what I meant to stop at. I'm going to put away a few things here, and then I'm going to go and make all of that bait. And I'm actually going to keep the bait on hand. We'll just actually deposit those. No, we're keeping the tree out, actually. Wardrobe can go away, fossil, shrimp aquarium, and my milkmaid hat, which I got from Gulliver a few days ago. I said I wasn't going to be playing episodes in between, but for the sole purpose of collecting candy, I have been playing a little bit in between episodes. Not a crazy ton, though. I haven't been, like, doing full days and whatnot. It's been more just kind of the bare minimum. And again, mostly just going straight to Nook's Cranny and getting candy and then not playing anymore. Anyway, I'm going to make as many of these fish baits as I can, which looks like it's going to be 8. Okay, that should just about do it. Just to take a look, make sure, okay, more or less I've got plenty of space in my pockets here for going over to a Nook Miles Island. So why don't we go ahead and do that now? We're also going to head on over to Harv's Island, although very briefly, just to check with a couple of things. Obviously, can't check Redstock over there because he's here and disappointing me in every single way, but let's do the Nook Miles Island first, and hopefully we can get ourselves something actually interesting here. And you know what? I think I may end up tacking on some just a little bit of evening gameplay here towards the end of the episode. So let's get this done. Let's go to Harv's Island, and then I think you know what? I think I might also pop on over to Paradise Planning as well, just to kind of see what they have, and also to grab the single DIY bottle there. So just a moment, but I will meet you guys all at this completely random island. All right, we are 2 down and docked at the target island. Delta Oscar is go. Okay, what is our shape here? This looks a little bit interesting. Ooh. Oh, Spiral Island. Okay, well, hold on. Is this Spiral Island or is this Trash Island? Just a second. Sometimes I can't really tell what is one or the other. I mean, I'll know by catching this fish like immediately, but let's take a look. Come here, you. Because Trash Island itself... Okay, so this is Spiral Island for sure. So Trash Island looks very similar to Spiral Island. I don't think the spiral is quite as tight on Trash Island, which is what separates the two of them. But on that island, well, it's very obvious. Every single thing you fish up is going to be trash. So not the most ideal island to land on if it happens, but this is a good place for us to go ahead and grab some things while we're here. I probably should actually get around to customizing this shovel before I get too crazy. I'm also getting pretty darn low on... I was just about to say getting pretty darn low on gold nuggets, and lo and behold, one popped out right when I was saying that. What are the freaking odds, especially when you only have like a 1 in 10 chance of getting even one out of any rock? So that's hilarious. I think it's 1 in 10. Well, I'll take it. I think I might be able to get away with hitting every single rock on this island without customizing the shovel. We'll see. I'm going to try to hold fast here. But we're going to definitely collect as many iron nuggets as we possibly can get some wood while we're here as well. This is all stuff that I am generally going to leave exclusively to Nook Miles Islands from here on out, just because there is absolutely no sense in tarnishing the nature of my own islands. I mean, I obviously could still hit rocks and... Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean with? That didn't make any sense at all. Okay, I've never seen that before. That was strange. Just completely decided to go right through it as if I was using my shovel on a villager or something, but whatever. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'll probably still hit rocks, but I'm not going to ever, like, chop the trees on my island anymore. Even just to get wood, it's just not worth it. They don't even need to be touched, and I also just don't like making stone axes. They are way too complicated and break too often and cannot be refreshed in any way, which makes them objectively annoying to me. Probably didn't need to add objectively in there, but you get what I mean. Holy crap, I don't like them. What did I just go around there? That was strange. All right, let's see. I want to get myself a bottle here. Let's go and look around for that really quickly, and then we'll start chopping some trees with my axe, which ironically also suffers the same fate as the stone axes in that you can't do anything with them. Hold on a second. I could be tricking myself, but I'm going to go for this anyway. You look a little on the big side, sir. I don't know what you could possibly be, though. No, that's just a regular large shadow. Yep, I tricked myself. I knew it. I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at telling them apart. Gosh dang it. Like, I'm definitely worse about it in the rivers than I am in the ocean. Like, I feel like I can tell apart large and very large in the ocean very well. What I can't tell apart in the ocean is very large and giant. And I am not seeing a bottle here at all, so I guess I'm just not getting it. Yeah, very large and giant. Those are the two largest shadow sizes. Those are the ones I cannot tell apart to save my life. Hello there. All right, well, I'm glad that landed right on top of me, so I could catch you really quickly. I'll also pick that up for medicine purposes later. Just going to shake all of these before I start chopping. And we got ourselves some furniture. A knife block. Okay, that's cool. Nice little set of kitchen utensils, I suppose. And nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Almost done. One more to check. Nothing. Okay, good. All right, let's get my axe out. And we're going to get some stuff done. There we go. Got one of our achievements done. Like I said, I'm going to go for the coconuts while I'm here as well. It's free money. You might as well. The fact that you get 1,000 per tree is, I mean, you know, you could do worse with your pocket space. Stack of 10 gives you 5,000. Why not? All right, there we go. And I am mostly excited to get the regular wood. I'm going to pick you up just so I have space to have these piles of wood land somewhere. Perfect. I mean, I don't want to chop down the orange trees just because it scatters the oranges everywhere and makes a huge mess, and also might make it so that the wood doesn't spawn, and I don't want to have to pick those up, so I'm lazy. But one of these days, I'm really hoping we're going to get like a really eventful Nook Miles Island just by happenstance. Granted, it's so much easier to get those sorts of islands if you're searching at night than if you're searching during the middle of the day. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, it's impossible. It's just that more rare islands have a chance of popping up at night that cannot pop up during the day at all. So, better time to search. It does slightly increase your odds, but not by a ton. And sometimes those nighttime islands are not always desirable, especially if you are not looking for something specific. But you know, so I'm talking things like Tarantula and Scorpion Island. Those are obviously a nighttime only thing, so something to keep in mind. But let's just get this last tree and then the coconut tree, and then I think we will be done here. And I will meet you guys all on Harv's Island. Look at this. Look at us still getting resources, though. I mean, it's pretty nice. You know what I should be doing, too, is I should be checking the shells, particularly this style of shell here, just in case there's any giant scallops, because those are also somewhat valuable. Giant scallops, giant clams, excuse me. Sorry, I mixed the type of bivalve up for some reason. Because, yeah, if you grab those, like, cowries are useless, but there are a couple of shells that are actually worth keeping, so you can actually get some decent money out of it. All right, Wilbur, take me back. I am going to go to Harv's Island now, and I will see you all there in just a moment. All right, here we are. So we're going to go check with Sahara as well as with Kix. I think I'll start with Kix since he's closer. What's up, buddy? What do you got for me? Slip-on school shoes, kimono sandals? I actually think I'm going to take those. Those have a use to me, at least thematically. We also got some samurai greaves, but I'm pretty sure I already have a pair of those, so I'm not going to worry about that. Is that a bindle right there? Is that like a thief's one in particular? It's got like the spiral or like the floral thing. They have the furoshiki bag. It's like the kind of thing you see. Oh gosh, what is his name in? Is it Tack in Kirby Air Ride, where he runs around with it and you beat him up to get yourself some power-ups because he's a little thief? I believe that's what that is. Leopard print backpack, satchel, outdoor backpack, and square backpack. No, I think we're good on everything else, but I will take those. And then Sahara. Now, as for Katrina, I think if I want to talk to Katrina, I think I need to start episodes here, which I think I'll do more often in the future. I got to remember to do that in future episodes. But yeah, I would definitely like to begin a day with a fortune more often. Ooh. Okay, I know for a fact I don't have the summit wall, so I'm going to take that. And I don't think I need any of the rugs, but I know I have the shopping, like the market wall right here, which is, what is it actually called? Yeah, supermarket wall. I have that. Honestly, don't even want the robo flooring, but I will take the swamp flooring. I also think I actually have the robo flooring as well, so let's buy that. May as well. And perfect. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to do during the day. Let's end this episode at night. I'm going to take care of a couple of things before we end the day. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it as close to 9 o'clock as I possibly can. We'll go with like 8:55. I'm gonna run down to the Able Sisters really quickly and do some shopping there, just because they're not open here yet. They don't open until 9 a.m. And after that, then we will end the episode by trying to track down that snapping turtle. And then the Mahi Mahi is gonna probably have to be something I do on my own time. And maybe just, I don't know, show a screenshot or something, or at least show that I actually got it. So I will see you guys all tonight, where we are going to do the last 10 to 15 minutes of this episode and finish out this whole adventure before, we look towards the next episode. See you all in a bit. And welcome back, everybody. And it just dawned on me that I am about to be the exact kind of person that I cannot stand, which is a last second, right before closing customer. Seriously, this is like one of the most inconsiderate things you can possibly be, and showing up like 2-3 minutes. Like, I understand if you're going to be in and out in like a second, but if you're like, people are wrapping up, they're closing up shop, and you're like, no, I want to come in here and absolutely ruin their evening. No, I'm going to be quick with this, I promise. I just want to check the fitting room, and yes, I do have some Taylor's tickets, so that's good. But let's see what we got here. So biker jacket, pretty sure I got that. Business suit coat. I could probably stand to actually get myself one of those, as well as a fitness tank. I think I am going to probably do that. Also, jogging shorts? Yeah, sure, why not? Pleather pants, pleather shorts, tiered skirt. We got the mage's dress, which that actually might be useful for Halloween. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about the denim cap too much. Pompadour wig, absolutely. Cyber shades, absolutely. We're going to go purple on those. I got pilot shades, which I'm pretty sure I already have. Some high-tech sneakers. Again, I'm pretty sure I already have, but I'm going to grab another color anyway. Let's just get all of those. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. So hopefully that helped a little bit. Did that actually use my Taylor's tickets? It did. Okay, awesome. All right, that was pretty much everything I wanted to do. Sable, I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's say hello. Oh, really? Even this late? Made a new pattern fabric for you to try out in your custom furniture. Aw, she's genuinely the sweetest. Don't know how much furniture you customize, but I hope this helps. Okay, I really need to be, looking into those more. She's the best. All right, I'll leave you 2B so you can close up. I really do feel bad about being here this late. Genuinely, if you are the kind of person who always... I understand if you do it, very rarely. But the kind of people who always... And I know there are people out there who are like that. Always go, oh, well, they close in 5 minutes, but I can just run over there really quickly. They'll let me in. You suck. You are a sucky person if you do that. Don't do that to retail workers ever. It's genuinely infuriating. Okay, so what time are we at? We are at 8:59. So here when the clock rings, what we're going to need to do is we're also going to need to be in a building and then come out again to kind of refresh everything. So I'm going to do just that, but I am going to quickly check the pier, may as well, just because there is a possibility that there could be a gigantic shadow here, and I could catch it, and that is not a gigantic shadow. Okay, cool. I am going to run up to the museum. Oh my gosh, I got a fourth one over here. I love how these are growing so perfectly along this particular cliff. I want to see if they fill in. That would be funny. There's only 2 left to get after all. Those lilies of the valley are just doing great. They just keep popping up on the same cliff. I'm going to hop in here really quickly and then pop back out, go check the pier. If that's not there, then we're going to run over to the river, and then we are going to see if the snapping turtle is there or is around somewhere, I suppose. All right, is that good? We good? We are good. All right, let's go take a look. So this is right when the snapping turtles start to pop up. We're going to check the river specifically. Again, we want shadows that resemble the same size as what we get out of, or what we need to get black bass. So there's that. Anything over here? Nope. Again, this is why I'm going to need to get lots and lots of fish bait. I am actually going to scare you away. Generally, shadows that are somewhat near the pier, if you can get rid of those, if there's nothing actually out, at the pier, that can go a long ways towards helping you get something faster. Hello, Tangy. I'm just going to go... She's, been here the entire freaking day, too, which I think is kind of funny. All right, scare away the little one. Oh my gosh. I don't want to throw my line out there to scare it away. I just want to scare it away normally, but it's... Dude, why do you got to be in the freaking dead center? Like, go away. Go away. Dude, I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. It won't listen to me. It's totally nonplussed. Okay, here we go. This is the type of shadow I'm talking about. Probably not. Probably, yep. I was going to say probably a black bass because that thing definitely... I think I was too slow on the draw there. So that definitely would have... Definitely would have been spooked faster. So not the one I was looking for, but it is... We're on the right track. We're on the right track. I'll just say that. So we're just going to be kind of moving back and forth across the river, going up by the museum, over by... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Could be... No. Okay, well, we're going to keep trying. Hey, there you are. Got it. All right, snapping turtle. That's awesome. All right, so that really only leaves the mahi-mahi, which I still have not been able to get, but I will take that. That actually didn't take too long. It only took, I mean, what time is it? 9:07. Yeah, so really not that long at all to track that thing down, but I obviously didn't want to just show me going back and forth and then having to be completely dead silent every single time I went fishing because, you know, I feel like that is not the most entertaining gameplay, and I really have to focus whenever I'm fishing in this game. I was so much better about it when I was younger, and now as I'm an anxiety-riddled adult, I just can't frickin' do that. I can't pay attention at the same time that I'm supposed to be, like, talking and whatnot, and it is just impossible. It's too hard for me to do. So all I need left now is the mahi-mahi, which, like I said, I will try to go after that off-screen. Hopefully it won't take too long to buckle down and get, but that's really going to be the only thing, aside from buying candy, that I'm going to be focused on for, well, pretty much now until the next episode. So I'm going to turn both of these in. I know, I really did need to donate the famous painting. So get rid of that, and then we've got our snapping turtle done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, as we start to get into these subsequent months, we're going to be focusing a lot more on fishing and a lot less on bug catching now that we have pretty much gotten all the ones we need. We're also going to be doing some more deep sea diving and whatnot, going after those creatures. But for now, that's pretty much going to do it. I think we're going to just... Wow, what the heck happened to my voice there? I turned into Porky Pig there for a second. That is going to be just about it for this episode. I think we're about done here. Oh. I don't think that's it. I got really excited, but I don't think that is. Nope, that's just a sea bass. Gosh dang it. Got my frickin' hopes up for nothing. You piece of crap. No, get out of my frickin' pockets. I don't even want to hold on to you long enough to sell you. Gosh dang it. That would have been such an amazing way to end this episode if that had actually been it. No, unfortunately, it's not. Guys, like I said, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it very much. Next time, join me for some Halloween festivities. I know there's a couple things I said I was going to do in this episode that I didn't end up doing, but I'm not going to go to Paradise Planning today. I think we'll worry about that another time. I do need to go back and buy myself some furniture and whatnot, but mainly I just need to go through the catalog and go after some things that we got that way. But again, I think that's going to be something I'm going to focus on more when I'm actually decorating the island a little bit more and thinking about what I want to add where, as well as working on my own house. So yeah, not super urgent right now, but it will become much more of a priority later. Guys, thank you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed this episode very much. Can I say very much any more times? And I will see you all in the next one.